After an unforeseen 2-month break, some students in Manipur are finally back to school. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh announced that schools will reopen from today, and some schools did see students returning. Yes, attendance was thin, and teachers and principals did say that in most, this is class 1 to class 8 that we're talking about, in most school campuses, attendance was really almost 1% or 2%, but at least they're grateful that some semblance of normalcy is being given to children who were caught in this conflict for more than 2 months now. In interiors, beyond the capital city, in interiors, be it the hill states or even, in the foothills, it is difficult to reopen school. There are concerns that people still have about the safety and security. A lot of people have actually fled from Manipur and living with their relatives, be it in Delhi, Mumbai, Bengaluru, or other parts. So those students are still in a lurch as to what their future really holds. Only a sense of security that their parents and guardians feel will finally make them return. So that's challenge number one. Challenge number two, for people who are already there, especially in the hill states, bunkers were set up because they felt their villages and their areas where they're residing could be burnt by ethnic groups from the other community. And therefore, the challenge was to dismantle those bunkers. N. Biren Singh has given instructions, but even that is being met with resistance in some quarters. Challenge number three, some of the school buildings and premises were actually used to house the paramilitary forces. Extra booths were sent to control the situation on ground zero. And most of these school buildings and campuses were utilized by CRPF, BSF and other personnel to really house them and utilize those infrastructure. So that's the third challenge, to empty the school buildings so that they can be reopened. And in the face of all these challenges, government is taking step there. We're told N. Biren Singh, along with the other security forces and members of the security grid, are taking steps to ensure that these challenges are met. But it's easier said than done, especially considering that violence is still going on in Manipur. That is still a concern. Be it in Imphal or be it in the interiors, that is still a concern. A lot of internally displaced people have reached Mizoram, neighboring Mizoram, and Mizoram Chief Minister has also come on record to say that though they are trying to ensure that those children go to school in Mizoram, their resources, their budgets are also constrained, and therefore Mizoram is also feeling the heat. So the best situation would be to bring back normalcy and ensure that students who mid-session, in the middle of their new education calendar, they had to go through this unforeseen, unplanned break in studies, they can get back to education. Like I said, class 1 to class 8 have been asked to reopen now. For higher classes also, once normalcy returns, steps will be taken.
Actually, the government order means they are opening schools, but I'm not sending my daughters. Actually, Manipur, you know that is going on the clash between these two communities, but it's very unrest. Anything can be happen. So I didn't send my children today. Yeah, it's very risky. Anything can be happen. That's the thing. Yeah, they have to at least provide some securities in front of schools, if so that to avoid anything that can means happen anything. Yeah, it's very bad. It's very bad. I will say. Still, fighting means gunfighting is still going on every nook and corner of this Manipur. Yeah, life of my child is more precious than her career.
The very first thing I want to say is we are very happy as management and teachers. All of us are very happy that the government has taken an initiative to take care of the future, the leaders of our society by resuming the classes. So indeed it's a very happy occasion for all of us to see our children back to the school. We know the attendance is not very encouraging, but we also have to respect the decisions of the parents since today is the first day after 2 months of break. But we are very hopeful that children and parents will decide to send their children back after maybe 1 or 2 days of experiment. We know the children number is very less. So one thing that we are going to do is we are going to combine the classes. So instead of putting them separately as a section wise, we will combine the classes so that better teaching can take place. That is one thing that we will be doing. The second thing that we will be doing is we will be also circulating the notes, question answers, because they have missed it for last 2 months. And to make up for the loss, we will be circulating question answers, notes, and the teachers are already aware because 1 week before this resuming of classes, we already had the teachers meeting, and in the teachers meeting we have decided this. The entire state has suffered. My only message is let normalcy return, let children be back to the school, let parents and elders and all those responsible be back once again to normal life. And I would appeal to everyone, let peace reign in our state. We have experienced peace in the past. I think that same peace should once again come back. And this is my prayer and hope that very soon normalcy and peace will return in our state. Come, your will be done. As it is in heaven. Give us our trespasses. As
Good morning, Father. Good morning, friends.
my dear children, happy that you are once again back to the school.
Carry on.